On today's episode, we're going to talk to another agent investor. I'm going to let her tell her story, but her investment property burned down. We're going to see where they are in the process and what they have to complete. Should be a good one. This is her in the wild. This is Crystal, Florida. She's actually eating this really big burrito right here. Can you let us know what happened with this property?
Well, I was at a Giants game.
Can you explain to people what the Giants are that aren't from the area?
I was at the San Francisco Giants game. They're a baseball team in San Francisco, California. And I got a call that bridge was on fire. And I was like, like the Bay Bridge?
Oh.
I literally thought it was the Bay Bridge. And I was like, oh, so it's going to take me a while to get back to Oakland from San Francisco. And then I got another call. And it was like, no, like your property's on fire. And I was like, what? And so I left the game and rushed over here to see, half my house burnt up. And my tenants were outside and accidentally set it on fire, unfortunately.
Man, I don't think a lot of investors know this happens.
Yeah.
So, damn life of investor. Let's go take a look into your burnt house.
Let's go take a look.
All right, let's do it. And this is the house.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
You know Jerry?
No, I met. No, we haven't met.
This is Hector.
How you doing, Hector?
How you doing?
So we're fixing the siding here because we had like a window here. And the city asked us to do a shear wall.
What's a shear wall? Because of the fire?
Yes.
Fire protection?
No, actually, shear walls are more so for earthquake protection.
Oh, okay. You explain what the paper is? Like, I think a lot of people see that Home Depot paper, but like, what is that?
That's waterproofing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for this project, because we had to bring everything up to code, they wanted like earthquake resistant, they wanted waterproof. So on the other side of that paper, we actually have plywood. And on the sides, we have fire rated plywood. And then we put the waterproofing on. And then we're going to put some new siding on.
So that paper's going to stay?
This paper stays, yeah. We literally put the siding on top of this paper. It might be a little loud inside. But this is a shear wall right here. What's up, Walter?
Hey, how you doing?
This is a shear wall right here. So as you can see, it's plywood. The city and the engineers, they have like certain specifications for like how far away these nails are spaced and what thickness of plywood you're using.
So literally, the city's gonna come and tell you how far these need to be.
Yes.
Do they tell you how thick this needs to be as well?
They tell you how thick the plywood's supposed to be, everything. So we had to get all that inspected before we got the okay to start putting up drywall. Hi.
Hi.
So we're putting up drywall now. Doesn't it look pretty? So exciting. So this is the living room. This is the dining room.
Was this always the living
kitchen.
room and dining room?
Yeah, I actually didn't really change the floor plan too much. We opened it up though. There was a wall here with a fireplace.
And you guys
we took that out. Okay. So this is the first bedroom.
So when you put this back together, you guys have new wood. And at what point did you have the city come?
The city had to come before we even did anything. They wanted to have their own like on-site inspection to see what the extent of the damage was. So once we had that inspection, we had to get plans approved by the city, and it basically triggered us rebuilding most of the house here. So this is like all new framing, all new insulation, all new electrical, plumbing, HVAC.
How long did it take you to get to this point?
To get to this point, we started in November.
Okay,
so about 4 months.
4 months at this point. Okay.
A lot of time dealing with the city.
Okay.
And my insurance company / lender. But yeah, this is the toilet.
So it's gonna go here.
You got a plug there for your bidet.
What can you explain what this is here?
So this is insulation.
Oh, and what do you use insulation for?
Typically you use insulation to keep heat in the property or you know, if you want it to stay cool, same thing.
Does it help with noise at all?
It can help with noise as well, but I'd say it's more so for temperature control.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I see you already have your fans up.
We've already got the fans in, so in order to pass your rough inspections, you have your rough electrical, where they're looking at all your wiring and everything. You have your rough plumbing, where they want to see all the rough plumbing ready to go, including shower pan. We had to do a test to make sure this held water.
Oh, okay.
And then there's the mechanical. So mechanical are your fans. So this fan, you have a fan in each bathroom. You also have a vent fan in the kitchen.
And then where does that go?
They want to see it vented out all the way through the roof. So we had to vent the fan all the way up through the roof.
Could it go out to the side too?
Sometimes it can.
It can?
Yeah.
Okay.
We vent it through the roof.
Okay.
And then also part of the mechanical is the HVAC. So there's one of my vents for the heating system. But yeah, this is a Jack and Jill bathroom. We changed the floor plan a little bit.
So we walk all the way through.
This is the second bedroom. Here's another shear wall for you.
Another shear wall.
Another shear wall. And then this is the kitchen. So this will be kind of like an island. You're gonna have a sink here, dishwasher, stove, hood, refrigerator is gonna be on this wall. And then this is something my architect added, a pantry.
This is a big pantry.
It's a really big pantry. I'm jealous. I wish I had a pantry like this in my house. This is a half bathroom. The fire kind of stopped like here-ish. So we were able to salvage like this whole bathroom initially, but because they called for a shear wall here, we had to take out the sink here. We had to take out the drywall. But at least I still have my rough plumbing here, at least.
Rough plumbing. So
and I kept my tile.
Now when you still got your tile.
Got my tile floor in here too.
So when you say you got to keep your plumbing and electrical, did the city ask you or say anything about the existing?
Yeah, we left it existing. They came and inspected it. So we got the okay to move forward. This is my new sub panel.
Can you explain what this is? Because this looks very confusing.
It is very confusing. So this is an electrical sub panel. When it's finished, you're gonna see a whole bunch of breakers like this that you can kind of flip back and forth. But all of this will be filled with breakers.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And at what point do they do this?
So we passed, this is how it looks for the rough inspection. For the final inspection, we'll have all our breakers in. You won't see any of these wires. They'll be connected to the breakers. There'll be a cover on the panel. It'll be finished. Sheetrocked around. And then this is my laundry that was already existing.
And was this affected by the fire?
Smoke, more so, not the fire.
Smoke.
The smoke kind of carried up through the attic and made its way back here. And then this is the primary. And we brought all of this up to code back in 2018, 2019. So these shear walls were actually done by us back then.
Okay.
And then this is the bathroom for the primary. Same thing, I was able to salvage the floors and I was able to salvage the shower.
Look at this.
Yeah, so.
Oh, wow. And she said she salvaged it. And of course you don't have to get rid of that because it doesn't smell like smoke.
Yeah, so I just have to get a new vanity and a new toilet and then drywall. But same thing, new fans, vented out. We put some new insulation in because this was all open.
Okay.
And the old insulation got fire damaged. So yeah, we ripped all that out.
Does the city say anything about insulation and how it needs to?
They tell you what type of insulation to use. So for instance,
they do.
my plans called for R30 for the ceiling for the attic. It's much thicker than like R15, which we have on the walls. And then underneath the house, we have R19 for the ceiling, for the floor joists.
R30?
R30 for the attic. R15 for the exterior walls. And then R19 for the flooring. Yeah, and then we had some extra insulation, so I put it around some of my plumbing that you saw.
Okay. Okay.
Just to help with noise.
Okay. Because there's people downstairs.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the restroom and you're in the kitchen, like, you shouldn't really hear
Yeah.
water going up and down the plumbing, so, yeah.
Oh, water going up and down the plumbing.
Yeah.
Not necessarily somebody having projectile diarrhea or anything like that. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay,
I don't know. I don't know if it'll mask that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
How much longer do you think you could go on this one?
I think we'll be done in like 2 months. And I will have to choose finishes probably within the next couple weeks. Yeah, especially if anything needs to get ordered. Floors. I've got my floor guy coming to measure later today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice project. Thank you for walking us through.
Yeah, thanks for visiting.
You got to see a project that's almost done. You guys have seen projects that are nowhere near done, but it's like the middle. Maybe I'll come back and take a look at this one when it's done. I hope you guys learned a lot. Call Jerry. So we're here back at Crystal's project, and she's all done, and we're going to take a look at it.
Hello, Call Jerry.
Good morning, Crystal. How are you?
Good.
Thank you. Doing well. Thank you for walking us through the final walkthrough of your house.
Final walkthrough.
Let's take a look. This is it. I remember when you were putting that there.
Yeah.
Windows
in, staging's in,
I noticed your baseboards.
floors and the baseboard here.
What kind of floors are these?
These are, luxury vinyl floors.
Luxury vinyl floors. Okay.
So this is the first bedroom.
Oh, it has a bathroom in here. Oh, wow.
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill is when you have one room here, a bathroom in the middle, and then another room. That's Jack and Jill. Blue vanity. That's nice. That's style.
I got all my lights from Amazon. I'm very proud about that.
Okay. Lights, Amazon, because I know someone's going to ask. Lights, Amazon.
Kitchen turned out nice.
Okay. Did you do anything to the kitchen different?
The layout, I did change the layout. So the kitchen actually went all the way back here.
Okay, so the kitchen went all the way back there before.
Yeah.
So now she reconfigured the kitchen.
Yeah, we opened up this wall. There was a wall here and there was a fireplace right there.
Okay.
So we got rid of the fireplace, removed the wall.
Right around here,
Made
fireplace.
a nice open floor plan.
Open floor.
And then reconfigured the kitchen. And we were able to add this pantry space.
Oh, wow, okay. Now, did you get a designer to do this?
My architect / designer helped me,
Reconfigure that.
reconfigure that.
Okay.
And this is the half bathroom that was already existing.
Okay.
And then our stairs.
Washer and dryer.
Laundry area.
I like the staging.
There. Thanks, Sheree staged it.
Shout out to you, Sharice. Staging box.
The staging box.
Okay, bathroom. And how big is this house? How many square feet?
We're about 1,600 square feet.
1,600 square feet.
That includes the ADU downstairs too.
So that would be 160 square meters. Okay. And in the downstairs area is what I'm really, really interested in seeing.
I'm glad you saw that before because it's pretty much all covered up now.
Oh, really? See, the siding didn't look like this before at all. Siding, paint, orange door?
Yeah, it's my favorite color.
Nice. And downstairs, okay.
So this is the ADU.
Auxiliary dwelling unit. You kept these floors, right?
No, we put new floors in. Luxury vinyl. Yeah. We did have to replace some of the drywall down here. But we were able to keep the bathroom and the kitchen intact for the most part. When the fire happened, the water damaged my stove, so I did have to get a new stove.
Okay.
It's like storage space, but we staged it as another bedroom.
Oh, so it's all...
So this is part of that space that you saw. This is one of those shear walls. And the city asked us to do a shear wall. You looked at behind that wall.
Right.
This is one shear wall and that's another shear wall.
And then you come in here. That was open last time we were here. This is where we were.
So this was all open last time.
You have to do this a certain thickness?
The drywall, yeah. So it's fire rated wherever there's living space. So technically the garage, that's fire rated drywall, and then this is all fire rated drywall.
It's a thicker drywall.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then same with the ceiling.
Nice, in the garage. Nice. So this is a single family home with an ADU.
And have a storage space.
And a lot of storage space. A lot of storage space. Nice. Thank you for allowing us to walk through again. This is beautiful.